Life doesn't come with a grading rubric.
Unmarked is an open conversation between two international teachers meddling through their life, love, and purpose far from home.
No edits,
No filters.
this is Unmarked.
Hello, welcome back to Unmarked Season 2!
I cannot believe that, girl.
I cannot
It
either.
feels like it's been ages. And we were just talking about how it's funny, how it's a cycle, that we actually started the very first episode of season 1 very long time ago, and it was the same atmosphere, right?
I don't even remember what we did. No one can ever see
I
that
remember.
video. But yeah, we haven't been together for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it feels like...
Almost 2 weeks.
Yeah, it
not
feels-
2 weeks.
Well, almost.
But it feels like...
Yeah. It does feel like 3 weeks or even a month because so much happened.
Really?
I mean, not really. I mean, in your life, right?
In my life,
Yeah.
I basically had 12 days in Sri Lanka.
See, that's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
But instead of traveling around, I actually decided to just stay in one of the small beach towns, like the surf towns, and that's it. Like, I did not leave until the last day.
Well, you still have some stories to share.
Oh, really?
Well,
Huh.
we'll always find the plot development in those stories.
Yeah, I don't think the plots were actually developed.
Yeah, but we can make it develop.
Oh,
next
very
spring.
confident.
Yeah, I'm sure next spring, if you decide to go back, there could be
We'll see.
something. There could be. Anyways, so again, spring is here. The weather is way better than when we left, and we've had a 2 week of spring break. Very refreshing. For me, it was the first holidays when I didn't go anywhere. I just basically stayed here, and oh my god, it was so good.
Well rested, yeah?
It was well rested, and I'm so full of energy. I'm so full of love, and I'm just, yeah.
The weather is perfect. Like,
Yeah.
came back to perfect weather. Like, where did all the ice go? It's gone.
Finally, it's not ice cold land anymore. We
Yeah,
can wear
that's
one
nice.
layer only.
Yeah, just one layer of jeans.
That
I'm
just,
surprised
I
at
feel
myself.
like I'm naked, to be honest.
Yeah.
Every time I go outside, I put just jeans and socks.
But mind you, it's still like 0 degrees.
Yeah.
It's just that,
But it feels warmer.
yeah,
Really feels
in
warmer.
comparison to
Yeah.
maybe minus
Yeah.
20.
But also, I think it's always like that. When it's like -1 in autumn, you already
feel-
put winter puffer coat. And then when it's now -1, you're like, whatever, coat, no scarf,
That's true.
open, unzip coat. Yeah. Anyways,
But I'm gonna grab my coffee so I
As
miss
always.
all the coffee that Mongolia has and that Nika brews.
exactly. But this
Yeah.
one is
This one's from where?
from Germany.
That's nice.
You try and then you tell me. Okay. But it's always so weird to say because I always bring coffee from wherever I go traveling. And then I feel like I say, oh, this is the coffee I brought from Hong Kong, or this is the coffee I brought from Germany. And then I'm like, technically, no. Technically, all the coffee comes from one place in the world.
The beans.
Yeah, but we just say it because it's
Yeah.
roasted different countries. Anyways.
But yeah, now we always know what to get Veronica, like
Oh,
on
yeah.
holidays. So I
That's
got
true.
her. I tried this coffee,
Yeah.
and I was even thinking in my head, is this coffee like good enough for Vika? I think so.
Yeah, I think that's the love language that people have for me. I swear
I should have
every
just gotten you
time.
3-in-1s.
No, Carol. If you want to break my heart,
3-in-1s.
you know what? I missed you so much that I would still be happy to get this one.
Okay.
I say it. You know what? Who cares?
Yeah. Talking about coffee and snacks, like the 3-in-1 snacks,
Yeah.
I realized that I really like shopping for local stuff when I'm there. For example, the local mini marts where I would
love
try their
that.
snacks, or even a local toothpaste. It's really funny. The toothpaste that I got, it's an Ayurvedic toothpaste.
Everything there is our verdict.
Yeah, I swear though, like the first time I put it in my mouth, I'm like, what is this?
Are we still talking about the toothpaste, girl?
What?
Sorry.
Toothpaste.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I was like, what is this? But yeah, slowly I got used to it.
Was bad or not?
It's just very herby.
I don't like that. I know it's healthy.
Like the Ayurvedic balm, but in the form of a toothpaste.
Oh, nah. But
Yeah.
yeah, Carol brought me a lot of balm and some natural tea, herbal tea, and the pu'er coffee. Like, that's the first time I tried pu'er coffee.
Like the
but-
pu'er.
Yeah.
I don't
Anyways.
know. Apparently, it's made in kunming, or a type of bee.
I actually, when I was in Vietnam, I tried coffee that is brewed from tea leaves.
Oh,
It was it really tastes like coffee,
but it's
but
tea.
it's tea. And
that's
and
interesting.
it doesn't have that much coffee in there because it's a tea leaf. And I was like, what is that on earth?
What I did see in China is the coffee berries, but they make tea out of it.
Oh, yeah.
The reverse.
Opposite.
Yeah.
So we are back, very refreshed,
Yes.
happy.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I have no idea how we're going to go back to work on Monday.
That's a struggle. I already
Just
have a bit
look
of...
at our outfits.
Yeah. I was wearing jeans all 2 weeks long, and I'm like, what do you mean I have to wear casual stuff again? What is that? I had a bit of Sunday scary yesterday. I was in the crossroad, and I saw the road to the school, and I pictured again how every morning I will just have to go the same road, and I'm like, oh my goodness. But this term, I want to try something new.
What do you want to do?
Usually I would go to work around 6:30 in the morning, and I would do work there and have my breakfast and have my coffee. Now I feel like then I am missing the daylight. So what I decided to do is that I will no longer go, or at least I'll try not to go so early, and I'll
Okay.
just go to work like any other normal person
So you'll have breakfast here.
right?
Yeah, I might meet you on the road.
Yeah. Oh, that would be so nice. You know, when I was younger, me and my best friend, we would always meet like in the middle of the way to school, and we'd always go. Did you have
Oh.
anything like this?
No, because we don't walk to school. Our parents would drive us and drop us off.
Yeah.
That's it. Circling back to the fact that we're in season 2, we actually want to try a few different things to see how it works out. And one of the very first thing that we want to try is that we want to just chit chat and check in with each other across the whole week. And then in the second segment, that's when we actually talk about the topic that we've chosen.
Yeah. Because we've discussed that we really like this project that we have, and we don't want to stop because eventually our contracts will expire, and
Yeah.
we both want to go observe something else, but we don't want to lose this. And I think that format will probably help us also have some daily check-ins on each other's
Yeah.
life. But also I think because we have so many topics that we talk about and they are very big, I think there will be a point of our podcast where we'll just run out of topics and
Yeah.
we'll have to just be us.
Yeah, just yap.
But I think one thing that won't change is the yapping.
We have to stop ourselves.
Yeah, at a certain point. We want to try invite guests.
Yes, we might invite guests as well.
Still thinking about logistics.
Because we will be passing mics again like the
Yeah.
last time.
We will have some changes. It feels like it's a new season. Feels like it's something new is coming up. And yeah, I'm really excited very much of what's happening. So,
Oh no, that cheeky look. She wants to ask about
of course I want
my
to ask.
holidays.
Of course, because I swear I've been here and I've been dying to hear some tea. To the extent when you would be texting me like, nah,
I did
girl.
offer to call.
Yes, but I was busy. Busy.
Sure.
There were moments when I was like, give me something, and then she was like, nah girl, like this time it's just a trip for me, nothing is really
Yeah.
happening. And I'm like, you know, I was to that point I was wanted like to say, go do something, go find
no.
someone. I need something.
I don't care where you look for it, but go find one.
Yeah, well, funny.
Yeah.
Anyways, how was your trip generally? I'm not going to be cheeky. I'm not going to ask
Okay.
you uncomfortable questions
Are you
because
sure?
I already did.
Exactly. I feel as though this entire trip, it's more about meeting other girls that are really inspiring. So I met, for example, a yoga instructor and someone else who also has gone to all these yoga teacher trainings, and we chit-chat a lot about it. Other girls that are solo traveling, plenty of them, we reached a conclusion whereby right now, wherever you go, there are more solo female travelers than there are solo male travelers.
That's
like
true.
girls are going places. Where are all the guys?
I love that, to be honest, because I've heard that now boys, they would travel in group.
Yes, exactly.
And girls are like, whatever.
Yeah,
solo.
I just go.
Yeah. It really changed. I also saw that dynamic.
Yeah. Even the hostel, whatever social activities they plan for, it's usually just a whole bunch of girls, like in the end.
I love that.
Yeah, and it's really nice.
Yeah, it's like such a girlhood that, you know, and you were sharing like you lived in a dorm.
Yes, a girls'
so
dorm.
fun.
Yeah, so there were 4 of us in that room, and then there were 2 girls from Australia. They were really sweet. So we ended up just chit-chatting in the dorm. Like we had communal naps.
Yeah.
That's what we call it. Because we just surf and then we come back and then it was, I want to hide in an AC room.
Yeah,
And you just chill
chill.
inside. Yeah.
Obviously, it's hot and you had some physical activity. You
Yeah.
would like to rest a bit.
Yeah, it's a whole experience because I would wake up at 5:30
Perfect.
and then be in the water
Was it
by
so
6:30.
Or
No, the sun rises around 5:45-ish. Yeah.
okay. So you were surfing,
And then
eating.
eating and then yoga in the evening. It was a very healthy lifestyle.
Perfect.
Yeah. I've never been more fit in my entire life. Can I just say that?
Yeah, I mean that's what it's perfect.
yeah.
So now you'll have a bit of a break in surfing.
Yes.
Until
summer. I cannot.
Yeah, you cannot. You know what I really realized? You're this type of person who would always want to, like you, a sea addict. You
Yeah, I
need
think
to
so.
go and do some crazy things.
It is an addiction.
Yeah.
The day I was flying back, like my legs were like, I really want to surf.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm good at it. I am not good at it,
No,
but I enjoy it.
I think it's all because of your desire to explore and try
Yeah.
new things. And I think that's the perfect time for that. I think I
It
told you
is.
that already. You're single, no obligations, you have a stable, more or less stable job for 2 years, have place you can go back to. Yeah, go explore. Who knows?
It is. It is a privilege.
Yeah,
And
it
I
is.
will continue to do that.
Yeah. With all of the travelings, I would always be dramatic about that, and I would always a bit like try to spot and hint, did I learn any lessons, what can I bring, what kind of moral of the story basically. Do you have any moral of the story from this trip?
From this trip, the fact that actually I just have to take things slow, and it's okay to just listen to what I want. I think that's the best thing about traveling solo. For example, I didn't book the last 2 nights until it was that day. And then I decided, I think I want to just stay here for even longer.
I swear, I would not be able to do. I would be so overthinking. Oh my God, what if everything's booked and I have to stay on the street? That's what I like about you, because you're like fearless.
And actually, this is the first time I'm doing it. I'm usually very planned out.
Were your parents nervous? Concerned?
Pretty sure they are, but
Yeah.
I think they figured out that she's fine.
Yeah.
People are warm. Yeah, like if anything, to slow down, that there are so many people out there and so many other alternatives to your lifestyle. Because I've met many who are now digital nomads, and they are living that life where in the morning they would go surf, they would come out from the water, nap, and then start working.
Oh.
And then by the time they finish work, they would surf again and then come back up. That's the day.
It's a nice lifestyle if you have an opportunity to do so.
Yeah.
Because of the years of COVID and so many bad events happening in the world, there are a lot of people who don't live anymore in their countries. Like us even, you know.
Correct.
But I think living by the ocean, it would be such a privilege.
It is.
You know what I've learned this 2 weeks? First of all, how much I missed our yapping. Because there were moments when I'm like, I have this desire to just yap. But what I also learned, because you were talking about slowing things down, what I've learned is to basically have uncomfortable conversations and slowing things down. And luckily, I have this opportunity to stay in my bubble and have uncomfortable conversations and kind of really work on things. So slowing things down, at some point, there was moments that I would just not even check time.
Yep.
So
I don't even know what time is it. Yeah.
It was nice.
I had the prettiest, the most beautiful ride back to the airport. It rained as I was leaving.
It's a good sign.
Yeah, and it did not rain for the whole week. That's why it was so hot.
It was also the sign for you that, again, see, I'm romanticizing things.
It was like golden.
Yeah,
It was like pretty.
it was washing things away, ending
Beautiful.
basically a bit of a season for you,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You were posting some pictures and some videos from the trip, and I really know that feeling when you go traveling. You don't want to post you're not there for posting, obviously, right? You're there for experiencing things, but there are also nice shots or videos that you also want to share with people. Then in one of the videos you said, okay, until now the season's closed, and then I started thinking like, well, you had this little life there, you met some new characters in your life, and you don't know what kind of influence you had on these people, whether you even had influence. Maybe someone had influence.
I would like to believe that I do.
I know you did, but
Did I?
I can't prove it. I can't prove it.
I don't think I did, but okay.
Because then it naturally leads me to the idea of how we play different roles in everyone's lives, and that sometimes we appear and then we suddenly disappear.
Sometimes we're the ones being left behind. Sometimes we leave people behind.
Yeah.
Right? And I guess that is our topic that we
Sure.
are going to chat about.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell the name? I think the name is pretty.
It is pretty. Actually, I've heard this name from another aspect. There was the album called The Art of Loving. And I thought that actually the word art is so beautifully generally. So when we were talking about this episode, the idea came up to me, the art of disappearing. Sounds very rom-com. We'll be talking about ghosting. What is ghosting?
In friendships and also like
absolutely.
dating.
I've never been ghosted. Anyways, we'll have a little break.
Grab your coffee and join us for our next segment.
Yes.
This is Unmarked.
Welcome back. We had a bit of a pause, and I hope you had this time to miss us already. And we're
Contemplate
back.
about life.
True, like we always do. And we are back to chit-chat about the art of disappearing.
And I was just telling Nika that in the tourism industry, it's so casual that people understand. You would come, you would go, there is nothing permanent there. And sometimes, even when someone says, oh, I will be back, they might not be back.
Yeah, it's very light, not very attached area. But also, we shouldn't be too serious about that, I think, because life happens, many different situations happens.
But if I did learn one more thing from this trip, it's that whatever people say, it may not really be the case.
Oh, yes.
So if you want to do something, just do it. Don't wait for someone. Because for me, whenever I do say that I want to do something, I actually want to do it.
Yeah.
But
People are different.
people are different. For example, I would say, yeah, I will be going for sunset surf. Someone would say, oh, that's cool. Can I join you? Because I'm not comfortable surfing alone. So maybe going with a friend would help me ease into it. I'm like, yeah, sure. So I actually texted those girls saying, oh, like, I'm going, this, that. None of them showed up.
Yeah.
So can you imagine if I actually waited for people? So if you want something, just go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, big topic actually. And I think a lot of people really misunderstand ghosting or slow fading or disappearing from each other's life. Actually, it never happened to me in the relationship. For me, this disappearing, it usually happens in the friendship.
Okay.
So just recently, I think I'm losing a friend.
Okay.
to be honest. And that hurts very much because we've been in contact for like a very long time. It's my childhood friend, one of them. And I just realized that, yeah, life happens right now because she is in a different stage, in a different country, different problems. And whenever I would reach her out, for me, it's always like a job to do. It's like, oh, I need to text her or I need to record a message. And then when she replies, it takes me 3-4 days to open the message, to listen to it, and then reply. And I think in this case, eventually it will just come to a situation where we'll just disappear from each other's life. And that's how it is in my life.
How do you differentiate between ghosting versus
Disappearing.
or like fading?
With this situation with my friend, I think it's not the ghosting. I think it's actually this pressure that we both put on our communication, that we both feel like, oh, we want to sustain this relationship, but we just don't really like the format or something is going wrong. Whilst I think ghosting is like when a person deliberately makes a choice
100 to 0.
yeah, to like completely ignore your existence. But it's also a very gray area, right?
I don't see fading away as sort of like a kinder way. You have a slowing down of momentum before both of you understands that, yeah, this is not going anywhere. So, yeah, till next time, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas ghosting is going from literally 100 to 0 with
Yeah.
no explanation.
Yeah. Well, you have a story to share. My favorite one. I think it's very immature when people do that. Regardless what status you have, you should always be open to say, I'm sorry, just really don't feel like I'm in the right place right now.
Yeah. I think in terms of friendships, there is a lot of fading away that happens. I tend to be friendly with many people that I meet, especially when, for example, traveling, okay? Then you meet many other solo travelers, and under that circumstance, of course, you would do many things together. And I'm usually pretty open, pretty chatty. But then after that, everyone goes back to their own lives, right? And it may not be someone that you want to sustain that communication with.
Yeah.
There will be some that I wish to, but not all of them.
Yeah. But also because it's a different version of a person. I'm pretty sure now you go back to work and you will have a different version of Carol there.
Yeah,
you
I'm
won't
pretty sure
be this
at work.
light-headed Carol when you were in Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So hopefully.
Vacation Carol and work
Yeah.
Carol.
And that, I think that's also normal. That's a part of life. But I think when it actually hurts, when you're being like ghosted or not heard, is when you probably attached to something very much. Because with this friend of mine, it actually hurts me because I'm losing a friend.
And you've known her for so long.
And there were moments in our life when it would happen like that. You know, we would just stay in touch and then lose each other for a year or two. But I think a lot of the reason why it's such a big topic in the world, because usually people are very attached, and then when you are being ghosted, you're like, why did it happen? And then people start doubting, like, did I do something wrong? Did I send mixed signals?
Are they dead? That is apparently a valid
that's your
concern too.
That's your story, because in your stories, I feel like when people disappear from your circle, Carol, it actually makes sense to check whether they are okay or not.
Yeah. I'll let you know the story in a bit.
Yeah.
But about friendships, I do have a friend that I knew since schooling. And we actually tried to also reconnect multiple times. But every time we do, it's texting based. We do call maybe once a year-ish just to check in. But I don't know, there is something just missing. The fact that the person is just not there.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm also kind of afraid because with this friend, we do say, oh, maybe I'll fly and I'll meet you in person and visit for a few days. Now maybe because I have a few friends that I can meet over there, but if it's just that one person, I don't think I'm actually gonna do it because I'm afraid to find out what if this person has changed so much.
Yeah.
So I would rather keep it as that.
Living with the version that you remember of that
Yes,
person.
yes.
Yeah, well, I think it's also a bit of a risk because the reason why we lose each other along the way is because little details matter. In a way, we have so many things going on in our lives.
True.
And then when you are not connected with those little things, then eventually, like with my friend, for example, we don't even know what to ask anymore. You know, it's just to a certain extent when we are just like, how are things? How's your family? That's it. I no longer know what she's doing. I no longer know what's her circle of friends. And same for her.
And that is applicable to even romantic relationships.
Oh, yes,
I mean, that's
absolutely.
when you realize that, it's not
We just
going anywhere.
growing apart.
Yeah.
So one of the things that also leads to this discussion is when you decide to confront a person, regardless what relationships you have, do you think it hits harder? Do you think we're making closure from our side? Do you think we need that? Or you would rather say, okay, I feel something's off, I'm not going to do any effort anymore, I'll just let it go and let it fade slowly?
For me, the fact that I would confront that person, it means that it's still worth saving. But if I don't, then that shows me a lot because then I'm comfortable just keeping it this way. I'm not expecting much from this person.
So it's then
It is harder. It
Yeah.
is a harder choice, and therefore I only make that choice when it's worth it.
And also if you see that coming from the other side
Yeah.
too, because there are so many situations when I would address that to my friend, but she would not be on the same stage with me. And then when she would like to confront me and work on our relationships, I wouldn't be there.
I think that's really the danger of texting.
Yes.
I don't, sometimes I really feel,
texting.
what if we just pick up the phone and actually call someone?
Like in the past.
Yeah, like in the
Now
past.
when my
I
phone
feel,
rings and I'm not expecting anything, I'm like, I'm panicking.
Yeah.
Back in the days it was
And
normal.
it's normal,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. And when you call, there is the tone, there is warmth.
Yeah,
You have more to read from the conversation.
true.
Whereas texting, sometimes you just miss that window of urgency and then you can even forget about texting back.
Yeah. What I do, I record voice messages, and that's a very comfortable format of my best friend of me communicating. We have like notes that we make, what we want to say, and then it's a kind of natural conversation, and then we would record like 3-4 minute audio message in each topic, and then we call it podcasts too.
So cute.
And yeah, and then you listen, you giggle, and it gives you this atmosphere because we can't call each other all the time because of the time difference, but still, I really think that it depends on the person. If you want to be in someone's life, you will find options.
That's true.
Yeah, but still, ghosting, I think it's such a big word.
Yeah, but I have the perfect example of that.
Yes, you have to share your story
Yeah.
because I swear, I think I've only seen that in movies.
Even
Something
Nika
like
was
that.
upset about it.
I was so
And she wasn't
devastated.
even me.
I was devastated because I was so full of hope that it might be something real for you.
Yeah.
Okay, please, the long-awaited story.
Yeah, so one of my travels, I was diving. I meet a guide that was actually really nice. He was genuinely a very nice person,
Yeah.
very warm. There was nothing unprofessional about it. He was very respectful, very professional. And then we decide to just hang out and chit-chat more. And things went really well, to be honest. And we even continued to text after I've left. We even called. But then one day,
I think it's also important if you say most of the effort was from his side.
yeah, okay. So
That's why it was
correct.
so weird.
I was hesitant
Yeah.
the entire time, but most of the effort, like Nika said, was from him. And I was very clear with the person in that, I just left my previous relationship, so I'm not rushing into anything. And he was even so understanding in replying to me straight away, saying that, no, it's okay. Let's just keep things as friends and we'll just see where it goes. So everything just seemed very matured.
I wasn't there, but I was there when the situation was unrevealing.
Yeah.
So it was a very good sign.
Yeah. And until I think it was 1.5 weeks after I departed from the country, we were constantly texting. Things were going well until one day he just never replied. Just gone.
Yeah. And then, as I said, with this particular story, he has a very dangerous job. So we were making jokes about that.
Yeah,
but then at some point we were like, wait, but what if something happened?
Yeah.
So
it was a legitimate concern.
yeah. We were like, is it? Wait.
Yeah, we were talking about, should we tag
Yeah.
one of his crew just
Yeah,
to
yeah,
check if like, this person is
Because
okay?
that's genuinely weird. When I've never seen that happening before.
Yeah. And I didn't even ask anything
Yeah.
that requires his effort, okay? One of the last texts was him asking me to show him my plant. That's it.
I'm trying so hard not to make any jokes about that. But it sounds so bad, Carol.
Oh, my joke.
Because he was asking you to show you your plant.
And then?
Like,
Oh, my plant, Milo.
yeah, I know, but in my head, I'm so bad.
Oh my god.
I'm so bad.
No. My actual plant.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's why it's so confusing, and I think that's why it did hurt.
Ooh, like that one, it really caught me off guard because like, why? Like there were no signs to it just stopping so abruptly.
Yeah. I think that's why, as I said, because you were attached to it already in a way that you saw good signs, you saw good, proper, mature communication, no pressure, very respectful, and then somehow it just gone cold.
Yeah.
Which we obviously spoke about that, and I think we really understood the reasons of that person as well.
Yeah.
You tried to confront.
Yeah, I did send a follow-up text saying that, look, if you don't want to keep on communicating, it's fine. You can be open about it. But I just need to know if you're okay.
Yeah.
Because at that point of time, we were still thinking, is he dead or alive?
Yeah.
Because so many things can happen.
Especially in his kind of profession.
Yeah. And until he was active on social media one day, and then we're like, oh yeah, he's alive.
Yeah. But that was a low blow for him.
Yeah. It's a very shitty, mean move. Because if he would have just ghosted, like from the start and not keep it going, I wouldn't have even hoped for it.
Yeah. But then, see, the problem is that if he took a decision to cut this off, then make sure you're completely gone. Because then when he was back in social media and like being active, I really don't understand that. Luckily, we have this thing on Instagram where you could unfollow a person for you. I think it's especially for this purposes. Like, if you go completely, then I don't want to know anymore.
Maybe I'll just show up one day and say, hey, you're alive?
Yeah. We were talking about that, and then you said probably if I come back, I will not come back to that school or that place. And I said, no, actually, make it a cold revenge. Just
We
show
can
up.
go together.
Ooh, plotting again. And then, you show up, but act absolutely indifferent, or maybe even be cranky in a way like, oh, how are you? How are you doing? You know, like be so indifferent. I think indifference is really, in this way, the only coping mechanism.
Oh well, I guess everyone we meet has a
bullet.
different purpose.
True.
Yeah.
I think even I kind of learned the lesson. It's not even my story, but I was generally so deep into that because we were a little bit upset about how to trust the world again.
Yeah.
And then somehow that person in your situation really brought a bit of light, a bit of hope. And then when that happened,
seemed realistic. It seemed
mature.
Yeah.
And when it happened, I remember I was deeply hurt. It wasn't even my story. But yeah, I think this story is perfectly textbook story of ghosting.
Girls, take note. Just be careful.
Yeah. But again, ghosting could be friendship, could be
Dating.
Yeah. We have some prompts where we would be reacting whether we would ghost
Or
confront.
confront.
And let's say that these are hypothetical situations. So yeah, ready?
So ghost or confront.
Yeah.
Okay, confronting can be texting, calling.
Reaching out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any which way you wish. Write a letter, I don't know.
I've heard about that. You would write a letter but never send it.
Oh, actually, that's how I coped with that very textbook style ghosting. I think it helps me because the closure cannot come from that person. You cannot rely on getting closure from them.
Yeah.
So in the end, I just wrote a letter that was never meant to be sent, and I'm done.
I think that's a nice thing to do. I was doing that as well. I
can cross
generally
them out.
like the journals. You put everything on paper, but never ever show that. Never send it. Just
I
for
swear
you.
I would have to probably burn my journal.
Oh yeah, same.
I'm like, what if someone finds it?
Yeah.
Even if it's in the trash?
All of your feelings and so on.
Okay, ghost or confront?
Let's go.
The first one. You've been seeing someone for about a month. Suddenly their replies get shorter, a bit slower, and eventually it's just reacting to your messages. So they haven't ended things, but the energy has changed. Would you ghost or confront?
What is seeing? Like going on dates?
Seeing. Yeah. Let's say you've gone on dates.
Well, I would probably confront because I'm this kind of a person.
Yeah, I think I would confront as well.
Because it's not nice as a general human being.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with you?
If it's just someone online, maybe I would just ignore. But if you've gone out for dates...
If you have some sort of... Because if you
Connection.
decide to go on dates multiple times, it means both of you are interested. So then if you just do something like that, not nice. Yeah.
Okay, we
Both
decided
agreed?
We are very confrontational.
Teachers.
Okay, you've been dating someone for a few weeks. Things
Dating?
seem to be going well. Yes, dating.
all
Okay.
right.
And then one of your friends sends you a screenshot because they just saw that they updated their dating profile. Let's say you're seeing someone, but then I go on Tinder and I say, wait, you're seeing that guy, right? But that guy just
on Tinder.
updated. Yeah.
Oh, that's bad. I've heard a story like that. What would you do in a situation like that if, for example, you would see someone you know who is in a relationship on dating app? Would you tell to the person or to your friend?
If
I've
it's a
heard
close
story
friend,
like that.
yes.
Yeah. If it's just, let's say, a person you're not so close with, I think I would probably leave it the way it is.
Yeah. This one is just dating them for a few weeks. I would just ghost them.
Ghost. I would confront. But it's because I always think the communication is key, regardless how cliche it sounds. So I would like to have a clear cut. Okay, you do this. Obviously, it's never going to work out. But I need to have the clear closure for me. So I would say, okay, boy, bye.
Yeah.
Something
Would you
like that.
tell them, oh, I saw you on...
Yeah. I'm very cheeky, actually. I would probably even make a comment on that. Or I would, I don't know, make a fake account and start texting. Revenges.
I used to love revenge as a child, but I think I outgrew it. It takes too much effort.
True. And then it kind of still, it's about you then.
Yeah.
How much you want to say that, look, I was hurt. You can just use your words.
Okay. This one, it can be friends as well. A mutual friend accidentally shows you a message from a group chat where someone you're talking to, maybe your friend, joked about you. Nothing really, really bad, but it's a little bit disrespectful. Would you confront that friend? Oh, you're talking about me behind my back.
What would you do?
I would hint. I would definitely hint. Oh, the other day, like you were out with that person?
Yeah.
What were you talking about?
Yeah, I think I would do the same, but then eventually I would probably have a talk. I'd be like, look, it doesn't really feel good to me. Please don't do it anymore.
But I would just hint and then distance.
Yeah.
Does that count as ghosting?
Distant in a way that you would never speak to that friend again?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
I mean, there are so
ghosting.
many people in the world. Why would I spend time on this one?
Oh my god.
Okay, I guess this would be a situationship. So someone who basically soft ghosted you months ago suddenly reappears with a casual, oh, hi stranger, how have you been? They don't even acknowledge that they disappeared.
Yeah.
So it's just, oh, hi, how are you?
I have friends like that. Very bad. Not sustainable.
Would you ghost or confront?
I would ghost. Really. Because they already give you a hint that they could do that once. Fool me once, fool me twice. You know that saying. So again, if you're attracted to a person, probably then you would continue. But if not, if that person comes back, you would just ghost it.
Yeah,
because
ghost it.
done. I've passed that.
Ghost!
Yeah, we like to be rough. But it's so
Ooh.
cruel. The fact that the situation happens in real life.
Yeah, and all of these, I think they happen pretty frequently.
Yeah. Poor girls or boys.
Or
Who
boys.
cares?
Maybe I should start ghosting more people for fun. Okay, this one, it could be friends as well. So you meet someone, you notice that they're funny, they're relaxed, very easygoing. But when you meet them again in a crowd, they act completely different. They start showing off, they might make weird jokes about you. They're just basically trying way too hard.
Yeah. Oh, ghost. Would you confront?
I think if I'm close enough, I would confront.
Yeah. For example, if we go somewhere and then I start acting different,
Yeah, I'm like, what?
you would say something. Yeah. But if it is, I don't know,
Just a random friend,
Yeah.
an acquaintance.
or let's say if it's just one of your first dates with the person and then you see them acting differently, I think it would be a very good sign that you can't trust that one.
And then I would just ghost.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Ghost.
Ooh. Okay, you've only been talking for a week, but they're already saying things like, oh, we should travel together someday. You're my type. I can totally see us dating. Ghost or confront?
It's so cocky.
I would actually confront and say, what do you mean by I'm your type? Can you list it out?
Yeah, elaborate on that.
Yeah.
No, I think I would just say action. Because for me, action proves a lot. I can say that I'm ballerina. And I say, I see myself as ballerina. Am I? No, of course I'm not. But if I start attending ballet classes, then I will try to put an effort.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I would confront in a way, prove it.
Yes, and I do not feel comfortable when someone says, oh, I know you, or you're exactly my type, you're exactly what I'm looking for. Because there is no way you know
Who am
who I am inside. Because even us...
Even I don't know.
Yeah, even us, like
know
we surprise
myself.
ourselves.
Yeah, true. I think it's a bit manipulative when people say, I know people like you. No, you don't. Because we are not clones, we are not doppelgangers. We are all different. Even though there are certain types of people,
There are
still.
patterns,
Yeah.
but people can always veer away from the patterns,
Absolutely.
you know.
Yeah. Actually, it's a bit red flag if people say something like that. I think.
You know what? Apparently, I do have plot development because right now I also have somebody who told a mutual friend that, oh, she's the right person for me. She's my ideal, all just by looking at my social media.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. So I asked my mutual friend, can you ask this guy to list exactly why I'm his type? What does he mean? It's a red flag for me.
It is.
Because social media, you curate the content that you put out.
Yeah, you decide what part of you to share.
Yeah, that's not you, you know.
True.
I mean, I do try to be as real as possible, but you don't show your lowest moments there.
Absolutely not. You don't show your vulnerability there.
Yeah.
Now I really like the trend in social media that people try to be more casual in a way that they post pictures that are not edited and basically everyday life.
But you still select
But you
those
choose,
pictures,
right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna post that I took 5 cups of coffee and then say that I have a healthy lifestyle. I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to lie, but also I don't want to share this part of my life or whatever. Yeah. So it's a huge.
No, it's a huge red flag for me because don't just stalk. If you actually like someone,
approach.
You've
Yeah.
never even had a single conversation with me. How dare you?
No, that was just a bit stalker vibes.
Yeah, how dare you?
How dare you? Again, I think ghosting happens because people do not know how to talk
Yeah.
and how to end things.
They're cowardly.
Yes, for many reasons. Have you ghosted anyone?
Friends.
Friends, yeah.
Yeah.
Friends,
But
definitely.
it's more like not immediately ghosting, but it's a slow fade.
Yeah, like I said, it's just life happens.
Yeah.
But I feel like the older I get, the more confrontational I get, in a way that I would always bring up this to a table. I would try to communicate. I would try to explain myself. But obviously no one liked to be ghosted or when someone just disappears.
It's not a
from
nice
your life.
feeling to leave people with, definitely.
Yeah, don't do that. Try to be as open as you can. Be honest and say, okay, you know what? I don't think that works.
Be an adult.
So it's a nice kickoff into a new season. We're very refreshed, very happy to be back, happy to be
Yes.
doing the podcast again, full of energy, and we will have a break.
And we'll come back for our homework section.
Yeah.
This is Unmarked.
Welcome back to our homework section. This week we have 2 tasks for you.
Yep.
Nika's gonna tell you what to listen. I'm gonna give you an extra challenge task.
Okay. I discovered that song not so long ago, but apparently it's an old song. It's by Supertramp. It's called Goodbye Stranger. That song is just very optimistic, but the lyrics are very sad because you would have to end things.
Okay.
And you would have to let go and basically say, goodbye, stranger, and I hope you will find all the beautiful things that you want to find in the life. And again, it could be towards friends that you have to let go and end things, or it could also be something that didn't work, some romantic relationship that didn't work.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my choice.
That sounds like a very meaningful song.
yeah,
Actually.
and it's very dancey. I mean, you know the phrase "dance it out."
Uh-huh.
I actually do that sometimes when I feel a lot of bad things happening to me. I just
Dance it out.
Yeah, dance it out. So you might dance it out. Yeah. What about you, girl? What do you have to share?
For the challenge, we will...
Such a teacher.
I think it's a challenge.
It is.
Well, we encourage you to identify one situation and to seek closure for it. Whether it's you having ghosted someone, to actually sort of, how to say?
You being ghosted.
Yeah.
And if you feel like things in your friendship or relationship slow fade away, have the courage.
To confront and have that conversation.
Yeah.
To end it or to continue it. To
Yeah.
get closure for yourself.
Yeah. I think it's time. It's a new season. I mean, in our life, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's a new season in your life, maybe too. Have the courage to end things and move on.
Yep. And if that person is not there to give you closure, write a letter
Yeah.
and then burn it. I don't know.
Or burn it, or just, I don't know, destroy it. You know, there are those Wreck Me journals.
Oh, yes, yes.
Oh,
I've seen those.
Have it like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, with that, we are going to come back to you next week.
Yes.
We are back to our usual schedule.
Posting schedule.
So we're excited. It's something new for us. As I said, we're full of energy, full of happiness. Stay with us. Thank you for staying with us for so long already. It's season 2. And on this beautiful note, Miss Carol, do you want to advertise us?
Oh, yeah. So you can find us on Instagram, unmarked.pod, or our email, unmarked.pod@gmail.com.
As always, leave us a review, share your thoughts. And on this note, that was Nika and
Carol,
that was...
Unmarked.